All right. The equation of a circle. Now, when we do lines, the equation of a line that we use is y equals mx plus b. What are the two things we need for a line? What are the two things we need for a line? Ms. Cunningham.
Slope.
Slope. And what else?
The b, which is the x coordinate.
It's the y-intercept. Mainly, we just need a point. We normally use the y-intercept as our starting point, but we need a point. So we've got to have a slope, know how steep it is, and a starting point. Circles. What are the two things we need for a circle? Two things we need for a circle. Give me one thing.
Radius or diameter?
A radius, yep. And what else do we need? What else do we need? Okay, just come up here and draw a circle anywhere. What else do I need? Yep.
Center.
We also need a center, yes. We also need a center. The center of, now here's the equation of a circle. The center is going to be h comma k, and the radius is r. You don't need to fill in x, you don't need to fill in y, because those are, just like up here with this, you don't need to fill those in. That's the ordered pair that goes with each one. Why do we use h and why do we use k? I don't know. Some smart person did it first, and we continue using that. R, obviously, for radius. There's a song for this, of course. There's a song for this, and it might sound a little familiar. X1 minus h squared, y1 minus k squared, add them equals the radius squared. Does that sound familiar? What does that sound like?
Distance.
It sounds like the distance formula song, yes, because it is. This came from the distance formula. We do x1 minus x2 squared, y1 minus y2 squared, square root equals the distance. Well, if the distance is equal for all of them, okay, what I'm just going to do is I'm going to square both sides, so that gets rid of that. Square y1 minus y2 squared equals the distance is the same. We're just going to change that to r. So we just squared both sides to get rid of that. And then instead of x2 and y2, we just use the center, h and k. So that's where that formula comes from. It comes from the distance formula. The distance is equal for all of those. That's just some fun side information for you. Let's come up here though. Find the center and the radius. Then I want you to graph this thing. Find the center and radius. What is the center going to be for this? What is the radius going to be for this? 10 seconds. Talk through it with your team. Go. What is the center of this circle? The center of this circle. Mr. Bias. Ooh, close. Close. Notice it's x minus h and y minus k. And h and k are the centers. So instead of -4, what should it be? 4, -2. Yes. It's x minus h, y minus k. Now, because that's positive, we do the double negative, right? And what's the radius for this thing? What's the radius for this thing? Mrs. Boo.
What?
Radius for the circle.
4.
4, you are correct. Because 4 squared is 16. r squared is equal to 16, so that means the radius is 4. Very good. Not too hard, right? The next one. Write the equation of a circle. Oh, wait, we got to graph this, don't we? So we go, coming over here. Center is going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 2. And then the radius is 4, so I'm going to go 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, that's not 4, negative 2, is it? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 over. And then I make my circle. Don't judge. It was good until the last quadrant, wasn't I? So that's how you graph a circle. Not too hard. Not too hard. Write the equation of the following circle. 15 seconds. Write the equation of that circle with your team. The circle has a center of 0, 3 and a radius of the square root of 15. What's the equation of that circle? Talk with your team. Go. Mr. Sanders, you're the man here.
Okay, well, maybe
X minus 0, which is just
0, well,
x, yeah. X minus 0, we're not going to write the minus 0. Okay. Good? Then what?
then it'd be y minus 3
And that's all squared. Good? And then what?
equal radical sine 15. Wait, what'd you square that?
Yeah. So r squared, so radical 15 squared is going to be what? It'd just be 15. Very good, sir. You rock. And if we wanted to graph this, we would come over here to 0, 3. Make my center there. Square root of 15. What number is close to the square root of 15?
It's like 3.4.
So it's close to 4, but it's a little bit smaller, so 3.9, right? So we can go up 1, 2, 3.9 over 1, 2, 3.9. 1, 2, 3.9. 1, 2, 3.9. Can we graph it? All right, then the last one we have here in our examples. An equation of a circle that goes through 4, 1 and has a center of 1, 0. Write an equation of a circle that goes through 4, 1 and has a center of 1, 0. What's the problem with this? We need two things. We need two things. We need a center and a radius. What are we missing from this?
Radius.
We're missing a radius, aren't we? So we're going to freak out and cry, right? No. We're going to go to 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's where it goes through. The center, though, is 1, 0. This is the center. So the circle is going to be doing something like this, right? It's going to look something like that. there's one thing we're missing. What don't we know that we need? We need the radius. How can I find the radius here? Pythagorean theorem. What else?
Well, you could still plug in numbers into the equation and solve for R.
You can plug numbers in the equation, solve for R.
If you turn the circle a little bit, wouldn't it be exactly 4?
No, it wouldn't, because that's the hypotenuse to be a little bit more than that.
Okay.
Do we have a formula to find out how long this is? The distance formula. We can use the distance formula. Any of those methods work. I'm going to use the distance formula. So let's see, you've got to use 4, 1 and 1, 0. So 4 minus 1 squared plus 1 minus 0 squared. Square root of that is the distance. So that's going to give me 3 squared plus 1 squared. The distance is square root of 10. That's the radius. That is the radius. Yes, ma'am?
Are you allowing decimals?
We don't, well, I'm allowing decimals, but you don't need it. You know why?
No.
That's the radius, right? Radius is the square root of 10. But when I plug it into the formula, x minus 1 squared plus y minus 0 squared is equal to the radius squared. Why don't I need that?
It cancels
Doesn't.
out.
It cancels out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's x minus 1 squared plus y squared is equal to 10. Now, do I have to take the exponent and square this? No, leave it. Don't square it. Leave it alone, just like that. We like that formula.